Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let us try to understand the concept of public relations. Have you heard about the following terms? PR spin, PR hype, PR stunt, or mere PR? So what is this PR? PR stands for public relation. So what is public relation? Public relation is the systematic act of building an image of a product or a service or an idea or a company among the general public, stakeholders, target groups, etc. through well-designed and planned out promotional activities on a regular and consistent basis. So PR is when company takes efforts by giving information, by having promotional activities, and it wants to influence its audience or its target groups or its stakeholders so that there is favorable reputation created. It is a systematic communication process to build favorable relation with its stakeholders. Some of the definitions of PR. According to Edward Barnes, public relation is the attempt by information, persuasion, adjustment to engineer public support for any activity, cause, movement, or the institution itself. Now, what are the objectives of PR? These are some of the objectives of PR. Human relations. So every company tries to develop or build upon better human relations, that is having positive relations with its stakeholders. Objectives of PR also includes free exchange of information, of ideas amongst different stakeholder groups, better relations amongst the company and its stakeholders so that the stakeholders respond to the company in a positive manner. One of the major objectives of PR is fostering attitude. The company wants its stakeholders to behave in a certain manner, to respond in a certain manner. So when you have got good PR, it helps in developing or fostering a certain kind of attitude. The next objective is suggestion and complaint. To get suggestions from your stakeholders, to get collect complaints from your stakeholders so that you can improve upon your services, you can improve upon your procedures. This definitely helps in building favorable reputation for the company. PR also helps in reinforcing the brand, what the company stands for. In case of crisis or some rumors, PR acts as a tool to discourage misinformation. PR helps in building understanding between the company and its stakeholders. PR also helps in influencing your stakeholders group. Supply of information, exchange of information can be done through PR. Dialogue is one of the major objectives of PR. Dialogue is when you have communication with some purpose in your mind. You want some kind of outcome. You want some kind of behavior, response, and for that you undertake communication. So dialogue is a major objective of PR. And again, the one of the most important objectives is persuasion. The company wants to persuade its stakeholder groups in case of any new product being launched or any kind of financial results or any kind of crisis and you want to handle that crisis. So these are some of the objectives of PR. Let us now see essentials of public relations. When we talk about public relations, there are some prerequisites which a company needs to keep in mind while undertaking public relation. One, human relations. Second, empathy. Third, persuasion. Fourth, dialogue. Fifth, communication. All these five elements are very important for a company to undertake public relation. Apart from this, public relation is a very planned and sustained effort. Public relation entails mutual understanding between stakeholders. It also entails evaluating your public attitude so that you design your message and deliver the message in such a manner that the public understands it. And over and above all, public relations should be in the interest of the public. Let us now look at the basic principles of public relation. Public relation deals with facts and not fictions. So you need to give true information, honest information. PR is public and not a personal service. So you need to think about the public interest that you would be serving through exchange of information. PR practitioners must have guts to say no to a client or a deceptive program. So any false information, giving out wrong information should not be undertaken by PR. PR cannot be a guessing game. Complete information should be supplied. PR practitioners should be alert and ready. So in case of any unforeseen events occurring or some unexpected situations arising, the PR person and the PR team needs to be ready. PR field requires multidisciplinary applications. So the PR manager should have some basic knowledge of different fields so that they can design the information and share the information accordingly. Intuition itself is not enough. Some groundwork, some basic work is required to design PR programs. And one of the most important points or the principles of public relation is never ever lie to media, be it outright or be it implied. So lying is not an option. Giving out wrong information is not an option. PR department needs to be truthful. Let us now look at the differences between marketing, advertising, public relations, and branding. So in marketing, the company puts forth the positive points or their strengths in front of the audience. When we look at advertising, this positive information or the strength of the company or the product is being hammered into the brains of the audience. When we look at PR, PR is all about an external party or a third party coming in front of the audience and talking good about the company. And when we talk about branding, branding is what the audience understands out of all these activities, marketing, advertising, public relations, and how this information is analyzed and how it is concluded by the audience. That is what branding is all about. Let us now look at the scope of PR, the various areas or situations where PR is applicable. So whenever there's a promotional opportunity for a company or the company wants to create a new image or build upon a new image, change their image, or whenever there is competition or competitive strategies implemented by their rivals, whenever there are rumors or crisis, whenever there is a conflict of interest, and in case of ineffective communication, the company can undertake PR. Let us now look at the various measures of public relation, various ways in which a company undertakes public relation. So these measures can be divided into two categories. The measures which are implemented by the company for external audiences and the measures which are implemented by the company for the internal audience. So when we talk about external audience, it consists of suppliers, creditors, government, customers, all those parties which are external to the company. So the company can make use of all these methods to undertake public relation. So there is advertisements, there is communication in various forms, data collection, propaganda through sponsorships, press releases through which companies can undertake PR for external audiences. In case of internal audiences are your employees, your management, people who are directly related to the company. So for internal audiences, the measures for public relation are suggestion schemes, advice, counseling, in-house publications, employee handbooks, get-togethers, notice boards, etc. Next is the significance of PR. Why is PR becoming so important? Because the industry is undergoing a very big change. The structure of industry is changing. Communication revolution has taken place. How the company used to communicate 50 years back or even 10 years back and how the companies are communicating now has undergone a very big change because of keen competition, because of lot of importance being given to employee relations. Literacy and education levels have changed. There's a need to communicate clearly with various stakeholders. Promotion of new products, new ideas, new services, creation of employee goodwill, having good financial relations with your financial audiences, better community relations, and social responsibility. Because of all these reasons, PR has become very significant for any company today. These are some of the tools used by companies for public relation: newspapers, speeches, social networking sites, written materials, press kit, audiovisual materials, corporate identity materials, public relation activities, special events, buzz marketing, mobile tour marketing, use of internet in various forms. All these are being implemented by companies to undertake PR. What are the reasons for growth of PR? Some of the reasons which have led to growth of PR on such a large scale is growth in size and number of organizations. So every organization is trying to compete, is trying to have a brand recall amongst its stakeholders, is trying to have favorable image in the market. So they resort to PR. Growing population. So the markets are expanding, the target audiences numbers are increasing. So you need to have PR. Because of changing political environments, increase in employee aspirations, communication gap, development of media, different types of media, human relations, the universality of the concept of PR, which is applicable across all walks of life, rise in consumerism, and the overall CSR. These are some of the reasons for growth of PR. Let us now look at emergence of PR. How did the concept of PR come into picture? What are the various forms of PR? The emergence of public relation can be understood through the four models of public relation. The first model is public agentry or the publicity model. In this model, the PR practitioners relied heavily on half-truths, persuasion, and manipulation to influence the audiences. There was no formal research conducted or no formal communication tactics which were implemented. The second model is called as public information model. In this model, again, there was a one-way communication, but press releases and other one-way communication techniques were being used by the organization. Third model, two-way asymmetric model. In this model, efforts were being made to understand the audience, to get the feedback from the audience. So this model relied on two-way communication, and this is referred to as scientific persuasion. Fourth model is two-way symmetric model. This is categorized as two-way communication model. Uses communication to negotiate with the public, seek resolve conflict, promote mutual benefits, understanding, respect between the organization and its stakeholders, and open and honest communication is very important under this model. The differentiation between the four models are given over here. The main purpose of press agentry model was to do propaganda. The main purpose of public information model was to disseminate information to the audience. The purpose of two-way asymmetric model was scientific persuasion, and the purpose of two-way symmetric model was mutual understanding. The nature of communication. For press agentry, it was one way and truth was not essential. Public information, one way but truth became important. In two-way asymmetric model, there was two-way communication but it was imbalanced. And for two-way symmetric model, there is two-way communication but balanced communication. The historical figures for press agentry, we have P.T. Barnum. For public information model, we have Ivy Lee. For two-way asymmetric model, we have Edward Barnes. For two-way symmetric model, we have Barnes and other educators of PR. Emergence of PR in India can be understood through three categories or three phases. One is pre-independence phase, second post-independence phase, and third is the current state. During the pre-independence phase, because of the philanthropic activities and the establishment of PR and PR department by Tisco and Tata and the exchange of information by railways, PR as a concept grew in our country. During the post-independence phase, various factors like industrial policy resolution, establishment of first PR department for central public enterprises, establishment of house journals for employee communication, establishment of Public Relations Society of India, growth of MNCs in our country, globalization and growing importance of advocacy and lobbying led to growth of PR concept in our country. The current state is such that PR is thriving as a profession. Mostly majority of the private companies have a PR department or a communications department. Today PR includes media relations, employee communications, financial communication. It is used for strategic communication, brand building, customer relations, and PR has gained lot of importance nowadays because of crisis management and crisis communication. Let us now look at the factors which play a prominent role in international PR. Some of the reasons why PR is growing internationally also. One is international public. So when companies are going to foreign countries, they are entering foreign markets, they need to communicate with international public. The customer segments are in various forms. So communication and giving information to them is essential. Growing competition has become one of the major reasons for growth of PR. Different cultural environment in which the companies need to function, the global public like unions, stakeholders, pressure groups, all having a say in the functioning of the company. The company needs to establish its identity across various categories of customers, global financial, commercial, legal risk which the company has to face, foreign relationship issues which the company needs to tackle day in, day out. Because of interdependent economies, it becomes very important for companies, for countries, for personalities, for celebrities to undertake international PR. And because of continuous evolutions happening in the technology, in the communication technology, international PR has gained a lot of importance. Thank you for watching this video.